Okay, I wanted to show you how I'm refurbishing these Hanau H2 articulators. And while I've got one apart and got it all cleaned up, I'll assemble it for you and show you a few of the adjustments. What I've been doing is disassembling them, taking some orange solvent and cleaning up the worst parts, which is the condylar ramps in here. And then it all goes into the ultrasonic cleaner with some all-purpose simple green cleansing solution, degreaser, de-waxer. That's it's actually made for aircraft, and it seems to be working pretty good. So I've got that out. I've got it dried off. I take a little 3-in-1 or light oil, and I'm oiling up these posts, these condylar posts. I put a drop of oil down in the socket where these go. I've taken the condyles themselves here, and I put a drop of oil here and here, and I work this back and forth until I've got it down. And the condyles are free, okay, because they have tendency to lock up too. The couple of parts that lock up, one are here, the other is how the posts go on here, and these rotate. So that's where you're supposed to, that's where Hanau recommends that you lube them, okay, so that those are free. Okay, and while I'm at it, I just take a little bit of oil and go in here on these posts that go into the condyles. I check these and make sure they're not bent, and so that because when they get dropped, they have tendency to bend these posts. Okay, from there, on this particular old model, which is the nice anodized older ones, probably early to middle 1970s. These things are still in great shape. They're not painted, they're anodized. They work really good as compared to the newer ones, which changed. Paint is all peeled off of this. This is one that I have already cleaned up, but that's as good as it gets without trying to repaint them. Right? So anyway, there's a lot of different models of these. They're all similar, but they all have little differences too. Okay, so now I'm going to put this together. So these condylar posts have they're marked right and left. That's for the patients. Okay, patient's right or left on here. So the right one is going here, the left one is going over here. I take this, okay, I keep this to the outside, okay, run it into the ball right there. Take the left one. Once again, the tightening post goes to the back of the articulator. Line that up, okay, so that goes together like that. That's how they go in the articulator. From there, you can go down onto the posts. If you've got these knobs on the back loosened up or out completely, it'll go all the way down. If it doesn't go all the way down, it's because they're hitting here, and we have to loosen up these a little bit, okay, until it does. Okay. You should be able to see a little line. There's a little line right here that's going to line up with your markings, with your Bennett adjustment, 0 to 30. Okay, but that goes down. From here, we've got 2 screws that go in the bottom. Okay, they go right in here in each of these. Okay, there's a spring down in here on these. It looks just like this. Okay, sometimes they fall out, other times you can't get them out, but they need to be down in there. And I'll usually, to make sure that they're still in there, that they haven't fallen out in the ultrasonic, I can take a little rod and I can go down there and I can feel that it springs up and down, so I know it's there, even though I can't see it. So now I know it's there. I put a little drop of oil on each of these 2 screws, and they drop down in there. These particular 2 have a straight screwdriver head to them, so I have to take a long screwdriver. I go in here, find the slot, push down to compress the spring a little bit, and tighten that down. You'll feel it starting to compress the spring. I don't go until it's completely compressed it totally, because we want this to be able to spin and adjust. So I do the same for each one. You've only got to compress the spring and turn it about a half a spring before the threads grab, and then you don't have to be pressing on it hard. I go down most of the way, I back off a half a turn or a little bit there. Now it won't come apart. Okay. Now I can take my bended adjustment and I set these at 15, because that's our arbitrary setting. And I'm going to adjust the side shift for that. Okay. Now the condylar elements, most of these I've taken this nut completely off to take the wing off, and just to help clean. But these nuts are made to not come off, and they'll be really tight when you get out to the end. And about the only way to get them off is put a vice grips on them and turn them off. It tends to mar up the brass nut. So while I've done that for about 70 of these, I'm going to quit doing that, because I don't really gain anything by taking this wing off. As long as I can get in there and clean in that condylar element, which I can do from the inside. I'll take a Q-tip and go in there and make sure that I clean that out real good down in here. Get all the grime out of there, because that's where that ball has to go and ride up and down in there against that condylar element, and that has to be free. Okay. So from there, I'm going to adjust the condyles to 30. Tighten the top nut down. Same for each one. That's a plus 30. That's our average value settings. Oh, that came out on me. Okay, so now I've got the condylar posts in. I got the condyles adjusted to 30 on each side. The wings are loose. Okay, this particular one I had to put in a new post in here because it was bent. So I know I'm going to have some side shift adjusting that I'll have to do. There are two more small screws like this that go in the ends of the cross beam right here. They just screw in. They are actually to adapt the face bow, not the ear bow part of the articulator, which we don't use anymore. We haven't used a face bow for years. But I'm going to go ahead and put these back in there anyway. They also keep the little ball from coming apart if you happen to get it way out of adjustment. So it'll keep the ball from slipping off the end of the post. But otherwise, their main function is for the ear bow assembly. And they just screw in hand tight. Okay, like that. Next, we want to put on the incisal table. Okay. These I've taken and I screw them up and down to make sure that they work properly. Okay, so that the little wings adjust up and down. A lot of times they'll get full of plaster down inside of here, and when they get dropped, these little adjuster screws bend. So if they won't go in and out, a lot of times it's because they're bent. Okay, I'm going to set them for flat and then tighten them back down with the lock nut. I had opened them up to make sure that my cleaner gets in there and cleans out the inside of them good. And I want to make sure that the threads are all clean. Okay, but otherwise, I'm going to adjust this back down to 0 for starters. Take the locking nut and adjust that up to hold it in that position. So it looks like this. Okay. Now, there's a little cross piece that goes in here that holds it on right there. it goes in here like that, and then turns so that it won't pull through the slot. Okay, so like this, it goes through the slot. Give it a 90-degree turn so it can't pull out. Okay. From there, I want to make sure it stays at that 90 degree. Okay. I just take my screwdriver, put it through there so it holds it like that so it can't turn. That goes right in there. Okay, so it slips in there like that with the little dial to the front. Okay, from here on the underside goes the spring. This one goes right on there, and the locking nut goes in there. Screw it down, tighten it down almost completely tight, not quite so much you can't get your screwdriver out. Pull that out, tighten it down the rest of the way. That's all there is to that. Okay. Now we can put the incisal pin in flat side to where the lock screw is. Okay. And it goes down like that. This incisal table can be adjusted or rotated, okay, by loosening the nut. Now it can rotate to whatever degree we want it to. I'm going to set it to 0. So it's going to look, I check my dial, it's going to look like that. Okay, now I want to make sure that my pin is sitting right in the center of the table with the condylar elements, the ball going up against the post on each side. Okay, that ball has to fit tight up against the post with the pin in the middle. Okay, and then I want to check for side shift. Okay, so this has got a little bit of slop in it. Okay, at those particular settings, I don't want that. Okay, so to adjust those, this part of the post goes in and out, and it screws in. This is threaded inside of here, so you can either screw this in or screw it out. It's locked by these set screws. Okay, here for that one and there for that one. If you don't loosen these screws, these don't move. So you have to take and loosen these screws a couple turns. Then you can put a wrench on here and adjust them in or out so that your pin goes tight against the table. Okay. And that uses a 7/32 wrench that's going to fit right on the two flat sides of that. And you can screw it in or screw it out to move that entire top part of the articulator one way or the other. Once you get those screwed in so that it's relatively tight, but the balls will still go up tight against the post, then you retighten the set screws. So that they don't move. Put the wings back down, make sure the ball goes tight up against the stop. Okay, on each side. Okay. Like that. Bring that all the way forward. Tighten down the little locking nut here. Make sure your incisal pin is still in the center of the table. Everything is loose. works. All the screws turn that are supposed to turn. And you've got an assembled Hanau H2 model articulator.